city, that is less than 2 sales per 1,000 residents in a month. Compare that to previous years when hundreds more homes would have changed hands in the same window. Liquidity, once taken for granted, has become scarce. Sellers who expected a quick sale now find listings aging on the market. Each new price cut, visible to neighbors and tracked in real time by online platforms, sends a ripple through the community. The effect is cumulative. As more sellers lower their prices, would-be buyers wait for further drops, slowing the market even more. The result is a feedback loop. Price reductions lead to more hesitancy, which leads to even fewer sales. This is not just a downturn in a niche market. The Villages is larger than many state capitals, with a housing stock to match. When liquidity dries up here, it is not just a local issue, it reflects a breakdown in the basic promise that a home can be easily sold if needed. The drop in sales volume, down 23.5% year over year, means that for every 4 homes that sold last December, only 3 found buyers this year. On the surface, it might appear that buyers now have their pick of deals, but the reality is more complex. With so many homes chasing so few buyers, and with price cuts the norm rather than the exception, the entire system strains under its own weight. Sellers are left with shrinking options: wait and hope, or cut and cut again. In a place built on the idea of easy transitions and financial security, the market's new reality is anything but reassuring. A buyer who closed on a home in the Villages in the spring of 2022 paid $475,000. That figure was the going rate for a popular designer model at the height of the market, when headlines were full of bidding wars and record migration to Florida. By January of 2026, the same home is worth about $390,000. That is an $85,000 paper loss in less than 4 years, not counting transaction costs or the steady drain of annual fees. The loss is not abstract. It is confirmed by recent multiple listing service sales and appraisals across the community. Entry-level villas, which once offered a low-stress entry point, have lost $40,000 to $60,000 since the peak. Mid-tier homes are down $60,000 to $90,000. Larger and more customized properties have fallen more sharply. Some designer models have shed $100,000 or even $150,000 from peak values. These are not outliers. They represent a broad swath of recent sales, verified by public records and agent-reported comparable sales. Most people who bought at the top were not speculators or flippers. They were retirees, often in their late 60s or 70s, who sold long-held homes in Ohio, New Jersey, or Illinois. Many arrived with the proceeds from those sales, hoping to buy outright or with a small mortgage. Instead, they traded the security of a paid-off house for a new loan on a property that is now underwater. The math is simple and unforgiving. For a homeowner who planned to age in place, the loss is more than a number. It reshapes every financial decision. Each year, a $5,000 Community Development District bond payment comes due, regardless of what the home is worth. The bond runs for 30 years. That is $150,000 in mandatory payments over the life of the bond, on top of property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. There is no option to refinance the bond away or to pay it off early without a penalty. Across the Villages, these losses are not theoretical. They show up in listing histories. Homes bought in 2021 or 2022 are now relisted for tens of thousands of dollars less, and sometimes sit for months without a single offer. Official sales data shows the new reality. Almost every recent seller is walking away with less than they put in. For anyone who bought at the peak, the path forward is filled with hard choices and no easy answers. A homeowner in the Villages who bought a designer model at the top of the market faces more than a drop in value. Each January, a $5,000 Community Development District bond payment arrives in the mailbox. There is no negotiating this bill, no matter what the home is worth.